Today we're looking at a hydrothermal emerald for rust gems, and I want to start to shape it into something round, something symmetrical and not oblong in any way. I want to make a perfect round circle. So I'm working my way towards it until I get an almost perfect shape. You can see that I've got a table and a little bit of a pavilion back there, and I'm going to use my handpiece in order to help me make the perfect round shape. So this is the harmony of technology and human ability to make perfectly smooth, perfectly round, and getting ready to do a simple design with 8 facets on top and bottom. So I start to cut in the crown, only 4 facets at first. I want to balance everything, but I can see that one's a little bit bigger than the other. So I have to balance a little bit more, make them perfect, and then I can add the corners in, making all 8. But still I see they're not all the same size yet, so I'm going to cut them a little bit more and then finally polishing. You can see the first facet polished here, and then I'm going to take all 8 through the fine polishing steps, and yeah, there we go, nice and shiny. The last step on the crown is the table, so I'm polishing, fine polishing until I got a nice, smooth, crispy, shiny emerald table. The last step for the crown is the girdle, so I'm spinning it on a felt lap until I get a perfectly smooth, shiny outline. And then I take it off the dop. Here you can see the bottom's uncut and the top's cut. So I have to flip the stone over, and with glue I'm transferring by eye, just using my eye and my finger to make sure it's perfectly centered, and then I can cut the bottom side. So the pavilion also has 8 facets. I'm starting to cut the first one in here, and you can see the rough edges while I'm making my form out of the nebulous preform that I have. So a little bit more cutting. I'm going to make all 8 again the same size, just like I did on the top, but we can see they're not all finished yet. I've just roughly placed them in to see how they look. Some are too big, some aren't big enough. Here we can see, oh, there's one. It needs to be a lot bigger. That one's obviously too small. So I'm going to cut that one a little bit more, and a few more of them need to be cut a little bit more. So just looking, cutting. I'm getting very close now, but I need to double check to see if my girdle is perfectly even. Otherwise, the jeweler's going to hate me. They hate when we give them stones that don't have a perfect thickness of girdle all the way around. It needs to be consistent. So here we go. I've spent a little more time balancing everything, and now we can see a really consistent stone ready for polishing. So I'm going to come down. On my outer ring, I've got the pre-polishing. There you can see the whole facets outlined in the polishing slurry. And then I can go to the fine polishing and get it super shiny. I want to get all 8 of those facets really shiny, really sparkly, so it brings back that beautiful green light. The hydrothermal emerald can really take a nice polish with the diamond powder, and here we can see it's really shiny, really reflective, and it just puts all that light back to the viewer's eye, creating something a little romantic, a little relaxing, and hopefully very beautiful to the wearer. So if you'd like to see the full 2-hour video on how to cut this hydrothermal emerald, you can find it at facetingapprentice.com. This has been Justin K. Prim, and I'll see you next time on the Gem Cutter's Craft.